has been a Florida resident since 1991. She has a medical field background. As a matter of fact, she was an MD in Russia specializing in pediatrics. She has a dual citizenship, loves travel, animals, especially Jeffrey, her little Chihuahua terrier, cooking, shopping, the ocean, and much, much more. Please welcome for her icebreaker, Elena.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Здравствуйте. Thank you, Toastmasters, for having me. And if life gives you a lemon, people say you make a lemonade. What will you do if life gives you a truckload of them? You build a lemonade factory. Here's my story. I was the only child, and here would be considered upper middle class family, and the center of my parents' universe. In every picture from my kindergarten, I am with my mouth open in front of the large audience, and this audience usually were parents, children, or some tourists. Because some, I'm not afraid to say 40 years ago, tourists from outside, other side of the Iron Curtain was very interested in Russian kindergarten, schools, and I was there to entertain. Some poetry, some short stories, some unfortunate singing, and I enjoyed it. However, my first speech I gave in second grade in school, and there I got hooked on public speaking. The power of people looking at me, listening to me was irresistible. However, speech was the best. I joked, I cried, I pretty much think I ran, but it did not discourage me. I kept on talking. And I was even a high school president for 3 years, so I did my best to talk my peers' ears off. And after school, I went to the medical university and got to the medical research right away, so it requires again presentations, some symposiums, but the way Greek word of symposium actually means gathering of people and sole purpose of drinking. While in our symposium we actually talk. After the university, I briefly worked in a hospital and went back to my research and my lectures and more presentations. So there I worked, 30 years old, promising scientist, total doctor, divorced mother of 7 years old daughter, and bored to death. I remember thinking, I need a challenge, I need to change. And be afraid of what you're asking for. I met a man, American, and that was a fairy tale. Beauty and the Beast fairy tale. Only in the reverse, when beauty means marries the prince, kisses him, and he becomes a monster. Beast. Yes. And on top of that, I found myself in a situation where I cannot understand anything, and the worst of it, I cannot speak because I knew how to write and read in English, but only scientific articles. And for me, who spoke all my entire life, that was a shock, not to mention a general cultural shock. So I step back, look at those truck of lemons going my way, and decided, well, I will build myself a factory to make lots of lemonade. So I left the beast, I went to college, I found a job. That was a very challenging years because and humbling too, because I found out what my knowledge, skills, or expertise is not needed, not in the university, not in hospitals, nowhere. So to feed my little family, I found jobs. Actually, it was 70 to 80 hours a week work in the front desk of the hotel and the kitchen of the hospital. And if you, from the outside, probably if you look at my life at that time, that was horrible. From where I was to where I have ended up being. But for me, I was happy. I have actually was really, really happy. I've never been more proud of myself. I never worked physically in my entire life before. I never worked hard intellectually either because I always felt like kind of imposter when people were prizing my job work, because I never felt like I did really put all me there. And here I got to work hard. I never even knew I can work that hard, ever. So, and the thing which I'm most proud of is that I just survived. I was in the middle of the foreign country by myself as the small child, and I survived. Well, I wasn't totally on my own. God was always there for me, but I finished college, only associate degree, but magna cum laude.
Oh,
Yeah. And I got a health coach license so I can use my expertise and knowledge to help people, and I also got a hobby. First time in my life I do jewelry for myself. And I found finally through the difficult years, I found the connection with God to the point where every day I can feel His love and His guidance for me. And I almost forgot I found my knight in shiny armor. And the most difficult time, He just showed up and made everything better. Sometimes looking back, and I'm afraid that I could have been more mature and stay where it was safe and never come in America. I never knew how actually strong I am, what I can actually do, and would never meet Jim or connected with God, or never found this wonderful group which will help me to speak and be better. And in conclusion, I want to say that I'm sure life will give me more lemons, but now I'm ready. I have my factory, I have all equipment, and if it be too much of a lemons, I can always move my production to